If you're looking for someone to change your life, look in the mirror. Good morning and welcome to Transform Your Life in 15 Minutes. My name is McAdams. I am an author. I'm also an accounting professor and a certified life coach. I specialize in personal and small business finance and also fitness. I help people reach their goals. And I want to welcome you to this live broadcast of Transform Yourself in 15 Minutes. This is where we're doing 5-minute exercises, one each for the mind, the body, and the soul. Before we get started, I want to first welcome you to this live broadcast. If I didn't already say that, it's early, so I don't know if I said it. If I said it, I'm saying it again. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining me. And two things I want you to know before we get started. Number one is for this mind session, it's going to be a little short little lesson. It's going to take you maybe 5 minutes to learn, but it's going to take you a lifetime to master. And the second thing I want you to understand is this. I'm not here to teach you anything. I'm just here to help you unlock what's already inside of you. All right, so today I'm feeling a story, okay? So just kind of listen to this story. Once upon a time, there was this beautiful fish, and it lived in a muddy pond. But because it had been into the pond for so long, it wasn't aware of it, right? It was just happy to be in water. Well, the fish was eating algae, to stay alive, and although the algae made her dizzy, and it gave her chills, an upset stomach, and even a fever, but because she was used to it, there was really no concern. But over time, she began to become fatigued and depressed, so she decided to swim to a doctor. So after several inconclusive tests and some questions, the doctor, to his amazement, found out that the beautiful fish lived in this dirty pond and was feeding off of algae. So the doctors explained to the fish how beautiful the fish was and how she should be living in a place like a lake where there's plenty of food to eat. And he was even trying to entice her by naming some of the things that, the fish would like to eat, like insects and worms and snakes. Yummy, huh? All right. And then the doctor also explained that in order to get to the lake, it was going to take some time. It was going to take a journey, including, going several days without eating. But that, he would be there to help her and give her some tools that she would need in order for her to make the journey. Well, as you can imagine, this was hard for the fish to hear because, for one thing, this is the first time someone had ever referred to her as beautiful. So, she was kind of overwhelmed with that. And, although she knew about the bigger body water of, like the lake, she was just really, it seemed overwhelming. It seemed very scary to her, particularly because she had to take a long journey to get there. She's like, the information was great. It was a positive information, but it was too overwhelming and too scary for her. So she just thanked the doctor for his advice and told him she'd take his recommendation on the advisement, and then she left. So several times had passed. She decided to make a change. It was just getting too much for her. The feeling of the fatigue and depression never did uplift, and she was still eating the same thing. So she decided to make a change. So she swam across the pond and she moved all her belongings. And there she found a new type of algae. So she became happy. But however, as you can imagine, over time, she started feeling this, shortly, she started feeling those same symptoms, but this time it became much worse. Now, this time she began to have a high fever and body and headaches and body aches and even a sore throat. So, she's just just couldn't handle it anymore. So she decided to swim back to the doctor. All right. So when she got to the doctor, she was surprised that the doctor was actually happy to see her. No judgment or anything, just happy to see her and, complimented her. And, she asked about the information about the lake that he mentioned a while back. Oh, the doctor was so happy to provide her with that information and even said, I have these tools I want to give you that will help you. And to the doctor's amazement, the fish informed him that she was going to be leaving that day. As a matter of fact, immediately after the visit. So the doctor bid the fish goodbye and told her, good luck, and said, if you need me, then go ahead and give me a call. Fish call, right? Fish talking to him, work with me. It's a story here. All right. So then the fish decided to leave and go on to the journey. Now, as you can imagine, the journey was very, very challenging for the fish. And at times, the fish really wanted to turn back and go back to the pond. But she just knew that there was nothing there good for her at the pond. So she just continued on with the journey. And although it was very hard and challenging, she was able to utilize the tools that the doctor helped her. So guess what? In no time, she arrived at the lake. And to her amazement, it was exactly as the doctor had pictured. It was this big, beautiful lake, and she immediately noticed a buffet of food that she could choose from. And as you can imagine, at first she was very, very cautious, but in no time at all, she started sampling the buffet. And all of a sudden, she became, it became like her new gig, her new environment. She was eating the buffet and she was healthy and happy and thriving, and even was able to find her way around the lake. And to her surprise, she started meeting other new fish, and the fish were complimenting her on not only how beautiful she was, but how healthy she looked. And for the first time in her life, she felt beautiful. So after several weeks there, she decided to send the doctor a note of thanks. And the doctor replied with 3 words: next, the ocean. All right, somebody need to hear that. I just felt it. So please share this story. Share the story. And that concludes the mind portion. Now we're going to move on to the body portion. Oh my gosh, I look like I just, sorry guys. Is that a little better? The whole time, Mrs. Doubtfire. Anyway, thank you for listening to that little story there, guys. Somebody need to hear that. And today is Wednesday. Happy hump day. Now we're going to move on to the yoga session. No, I'm not going to discuss it. That's for you. You take away from it, because there's several points going on there. You take away what it is that you need. And for those that don't need, pass on, because you know someone who does. All right, that's how we do it here, right? Remember, I'm not here to help teach. I'm just here to unlock. Something's been unlocked. You may be in denial, but it's been unlocked. All right, so we're going to move on to the yoga portion of it. And this is where we're going to start making some movement. I know it's early in the morning. That's just early for me. This is 5:30. And by the way, my morning starts at 4:30. So as you can imagine, this is early for me too. But no excuses. Get up, enjoy the day. It's a blessing to be alive today. There's some people that didn't make it today, but you made it. All right? So enjoy it. Live it to its fullest, your fullest potential. All right. So for this next section, we're going to move on to the yoga. How many times am I going to say that, right? This is where we're going to do a mind-body action. And for the next 2 series, I want exercises. I'm inviting you to practice with me, because this is a practice. Yoga is a practice. So I don't want you to sit there and just watch me. I invite you to join me. I promise it won't take a lot of your time. I know for some of you, you're like, oh, I'm going to just watch you. I'm laying down in the bed. It's so nice and warm and comfortable. I will say, this is probably one of the first mornings in the first few days now that I got up. It's not like extremely cold in here, because I have hardwood floors, and so it's usually really cold in the morning. So, but now today was actually fine. So get up out of your bed. It's 5 minutes, okay? 5 minutes to do yoga, and then your bed's gonna still be warm within that short period of time. You can jump back in it. And for those of you that are on the East Coast and getting ready for work, I understand. Get ready. Do what you got to do. But promise me, sometime today, you're going to take 15 minutes to do something good for yourself. And it doesn't have to, guys, remember, with this broadcast, I'm doing it all at once. But you can break it up. You don't have to say, okay, I don't have 15 minutes in the morning. It's too early for me, or I got too much stuff to do. Just remember, when we're talking about transforming yourself in 15 minutes, this is about change for you. In order to make the change, you have to be willing to make those baby steps. So even though it's 15 minutes, you can break it up into 5-minute chunks, if you will. In other words, you can do the mind portion in the afternoon. You can do the yoga in the morning. You can do the meditation in the evening, or vice versa, or trice versa. Okay, so in other words, don't feel that you have to do it all at once. But at some time today, take 15 minutes. Gosh, 24 hours? 15 minutes to do something good for yourself today in each of those parts: the mind, the body, and the soul. All right, so tabletop, hands and knees. Get yourself aligned, centered, and grounded. Take your 3 deep Ujjayi breaths. And by the way, just kind of want to remind you, because repetition is the mother of learning. If you've been listening to me for a while, you know that I'm very strategic in everything that I do, including me being repetitions and what I'm saying and what I'm doing. Because, by the way, I didn't say this, but I do want to share it with you. That is one of the ways to reprogram your subconscious mind. All right, and it's by repetition. So that's why I keep repeating things over and over again. So one of the things I want to repeat is make sure you're doing the nice deep Ujjayi breaths. And for those of you that are not familiar with Ujjayi breathing, is where it's called the full diaphragmatic breathing. It's when you inhale, your belly expands out as the diaphragm moves up, and then your chest goes out as well. So like that. And then as you exhale, your chest falls down, and then your belly goes back in. All right, so deep Ujjayi breaths. A lot of times we go about our day, we're talking breathing from our chest, We're not doing full, deep UGI breaths. And you can tell it in your voice when you're breathing deeply, as opposed to just kind of talking, like this, where it's chestal breathing. So for this practice, I want you to engage the full UGI breaths throughout the whole practice of yoga. And again, at this time, feel what's going on inside of you at this present moment. Any strain, stress, negativity, anything that's going on, tension. Use your breath to activate that and release it. Okay, so release it on the exhale. That's what it's all about. It's releasing all the negative stuff within you. All right, so stop talking and me stop talking, and you meet me on the mat. Fingers and toes spread out nice and wide. Palms directly underneath your shoulders. Knees directly underneath your hips. Neutral spine, head is in alignment with that spine. Your 3 deep Ujjayi breaths. Once you have those Ujjayi breaths, I want you to set your intention on what it is that you want to accomplish for this next 5 minutes. And then once you do that, go ahead and take a nice deep breath. And as you exhale, I want you to drop your chin down to your chest, and once you round to the spine, tuck your tailbone under. Head and chest comes forward. And exhale. One more time, take a nice deep Ujjayi breath. Drop your belly down toward the mat, tailbone sticks out toward the back of the room. Relax your shoulders. This time as you exhale, you're going to curl your toes under and take it to downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Savasana, start to pedal your feet. Now give your hands in your feet position, but keep your head in alignment with your bicep, and you're pressing your chest toward your thighs and your knees. Now I want you to slowly walk your feet in toward your palms. Keep your palms flat on the mat, and then I want you to slowly round yourself up, one vertebrae at a time, making sure that your head is the last to rise. Then come to Tadasana, mountain pose. Now draw the breath in on the inhale, and as you exhale, I want you to guide the body forward. As you inhale, as you look up halfway, and as you exhale, I want you to flatten out the palms. I want you to step back, right, left into the plank. As you continue exhaling, I want you to release your knees, then your chest and your chin. And then inhale, take it to upward facing dog. Relax the shoulders, take them down and away from your ears. And as you exhale, curl those toes under and take it to downward facing dog. Now the next breath, on the inhale, I want you to bring that right foot toward your fingertips and take the left knee down toward the mat. Uncurl the toes and exhale to the low lunge. Open up the chest. I want you to breathe into the expansion. Relax those shoulders. Nice deep breath, inhale. And as you exhale, release the arms down. Take that right knee back. Place the hands on the small of your back and towards the sacrum on the back. And take those elbows behind. And as you draw the breath in, head stays in natural alignment of the spine. And as you exhale, lean back. Go as far as what feels comfortable to you. Relax your head and just let it kind of drop back. Again, if there's any strain and stress, remember you can modify it. You can stay right here. Just kind of squeeze those shoulder blades together, or just take it as far back as you can. Inhale, take it up. Exhale, release it down. Swing the legs behind you. Take the right leg out toward the side. And I want you to take your arms down by the side. As you inhale, take the arms up. And as you exhale, I want you to lean over toward the right as you gently slide the right hand down toward the ankle. Inhale, take it all the way up. And exhale, release down. One more time, inhaling. This time as you exhale, the left arm goes on your hip. Right arm goes up and over. Feel free to stay here. Or as you continue exhaling, as you relax the shoulders, you're going to release the left fingertips down toward the mat and give a nice long extension from the fingertip all the way to the toes. But again, relax the shoulders. Press them down and away from your ears. Take a nice deep breath, inhaling. And as you exhale, go ahead and release it down. Transition yourself so that your palms are down. We're going to take it back to the plank. From the plank, you're going to release your knee, chest, chin, or chaturanga dandasana. Inhale to upward facing dog. Curl the toes under and exhale to downward facing dog. Now on the next breath, on the inhale, you're going to bring that left foot in toward the fingertips as you release the right knee down toward the mat. And as you exhale, you're going to take it up to the low lunge. Again, relax the shoulders. Keep your head in alignment with your bicep. Feel free to modify if you need to. Again, if there's any strain or stress, feel free to go here. You're still pressing your hips down, knees stay in alignment with the ankle. Feel free to modify if you need to. Otherwise, just open up and breathe into the expansion. And as you exhale, then release the arms down. You're going to take the left knee back. Again, place your hand smaller back, squeeze those shoulder blades together. And as you exhale, lean back. Just let your head fall back naturally. Remember, it's all about releasing. Just let it go. And then exhale, release it up. Transition yourself, take the legs behind. This time the left leg comes back or out toward the side. Inhale, take the arms up. And as you exhale, right arm goes up and over. Left arm slides down the leg, down toward the ankle. Remember to relax the shoulders. Inhale, take it up and release it down. One more time, nice deep breath. This time, opposite arm goes on the hip. Left arm goes up and over. Feel free to stay here or release the fingertips down toward the mat. Give a nice long extension from fingertips to the toes. Remember, if there's too much strain and stress in your neck from looking up, you can modify by looking forward. You can also look down. Inhale, take it up. And exhale, take it back to the plank. Release your knee and then take your chest all the way down. Keep your palms directly underneath your shoulders. And on the next breath, go ahead and take it up as you exhale. And just go up as far as comfortable to you. For some of you, you may need to stay down here, so feel free to modify or just go into the cobra. But if you can, take it up. And remember, if there's any issues at all, listen to your body. Exhale, release it down. This time, as you look up, you're going to take it, also looking over slightly at the right shoulder, and then release down. As you exhale, take it up, looking over the opposite shoulder, and then release it down. This time, you're going to push your body all the way back to extend an arm child's pose. Press the palms down into the mat and then curl your toes under and take it to downward facing dog. Now try to get the heels down if you can. And I want you to slowly walk your feet in toward your palms. And then let's forward fold in Uttanasana. Take your fingertips and clasp the outer part of your elbows. Let the crown of your head bring your body weight naturally forward. What happened here? I got some advertisements here. All right, let's skip it. There we go. And then go ahead and release your fingertips down toward the mat and then slowly round it up, taking it one vertebrae at a time. Again, making sure that your head is last to rise. Draw the breath in. On the inhale, swan dive your body forward. As you exhale, placing those palms down flat and walking your feet to the outer parts of the mat. Toes are facing at an angle, and as you exhale, release the tailbone down toward the mat. Using the elbows to push out on those inner thighs, bring the palms together at the heart center. Bow your head down into Malasana and go ahead and give some gratitude. Now go ahead and release your palms down, then take them behind as you slowly start to transition yourself into a comfortable seated position facing forward. Making sure that you're on your sits bones and off the fleshy part of your bottom. Fingertips are down toward the earth. As we inhale, we're going to take the arms up all the way. And as we exhale, we're going to release the fingertips down toward the mat. Again, nice deep breath. Inhaling. And exhaling. One more time, nice deep breath. Inhaling. This time we're going to bring in all the positive energy as we greet our palms together at the very top. And as we exhale, release Bring the palms down to heart center and namaste. Thank you for practicing yoga with me. This brings us to the third and final exercise, which is going to be the meditation. All right, so for the next 2 minutes, what we're going to do for this meditation is we're going to be breathing normally, okay? So just breathe as you normally would without manipulating your breath at any time. And what you're going to do is you're going to count your exhales. At any time when you're counting, if you become distracted either by outside noises or inside noises known as thoughts, the first thing you're going to do is you want to acknowledge the distraction. And then bring your attention, your focus back to your breath, your breathing, and you're going to start your count all over again with number 1. All right? So before we get started, let's go ahead and get yourself centered, grounded. Set your intention now of what it is that you want to accomplish. A nice intention would be to just quiet your mind. All right? Let's go ahead and take nice 3 deep Ujjayi breaths. Inhaling through your nose and exhaling through your mouth. Again, inhaling through your nose and exhaling through your mouth. One more time, deep breath, inhaling through your nose. This time as you exhale, go ahead and close your eyes and begin your counting. All right, go ahead and release, relax, return, refreshed, and calm. You've done something good for yourself today. Thank you for taking the time to meditate with me, and also thank you for taking your time to watch this transform yourself in 15 minutes. Now, your word for today is soar. I want you to soar high. Take it to the new level, all right? I will meet you the same time tomorrow. Bye.